Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I'm excited to be checking out a project that just launched. It caught my eye because I thought the pre-launch image looked good. It showed off its distinctive artwork, a sleek box, which shows me it's probably got a cheap price, and it had the player link, time count, and age, which is not done nearly enough on Gamefound as it is compared to Kickstarter. I do speculate because of their stupid need to stick with the squares on the main image as opposed to the rectangles, but I'm checking out Heropolis, which has raised 1,474 French dollars, which I'm excited. I didn't realize this was a project from France, but if you watch this channel, you know I love France. I always say big ups to France. I think they support their Kickstarter creators better than any other group of people, like country-wise, consistently. So I'm excited to see how this one is doing. And now I see the new main image, and I like it even better. I'm seeing these distinctive shaped pieces that also match the distinctive shaped artwork. I honestly feel like it probably still could be better, especially spotlighting potentially a great price. But you've caught my eye here. I'm intrigued. Just launched. 27 people have backed it. Let's see what the description says. Live on Gamefound. I don't feel like that's necessary. You took out the player link, time count, age. I would put that back up there because I remember it was ages 10 plus. It was like, oh, I can play that with my kid, and it was 50 to 90 minutes. It just shows you this is a medium weight game, right? So I definitely feel like that was something that I would keep up there. And I'm sure, yeah, you can click here and see it, but don't make us. Oh, it's 60 minutes, but they said 50 to 90 in the other one. Heropolis is a strategic building and adventure game where 2 to 4 funny, quote-unquote, everyday heroes try to win their citizens' favor with heroic deeds. The rondel mechanisms, oh my gosh, yes, I would have that word somewhere out there. Use that word. That is an underutilized mechanism that is immediately going to get people to throw money at you, period. Especially if your game's cheap, which I'm going to guess it is, judging by your box, potentially. Like, I did a poll on this once. I need to do another one soon, where it was, what's the amount of money that you're willing to throw at a Kickstarter game without even really thinking about it? Like, oh yeah, there's some red flags here, but what? It's only 45 bucks. Or was that 30 bucks? Or was that 80 bucks? Or was that 120 bucks? And I ran a poll on it, and this was years ago. This was like 35 bucks. So I'm just saying, Rondell at a low price, that's fantastic. Then 3D City was with buildings and characters. Yeah, and you did a great job showcasing those components here. Like, I love the cut of their jig, but I just think it could be even better. Now we got this rectangular image, which now, why is my mouse? Oh, it didn't scroll down for a second. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, that looks great. I want to play this game. I want to know more. So it's 27 backers. Tell me there's a video. You didn't do it. Start your adventure. Tell me there's a video. 3D buildings, 9 centimeters, 3.5 inches. Beautiful, beautiful people. You know, remember when I said I love the cut of their jig? Showing centimeters and inches. You say, oh, that's not a big deal. It is a big deal if you watch this channel. Not enough people do it. It's like, it's just, everybody now knows. The countries that are smart and the country that are stupid and still use inches. A building and adventure game. No video. There it is. Here it is. Good. Build and battle, become the heroes. The comic board game. Ooh, cool. And I think that's a distinct art style. As always with the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? That's what you need to convince Kickstarter backers. Let's see how they decide to do that right now. 2 minutes.
Heropolis is a funny yet strategic building and
okay, so it's a large
game
size box.
In which 2 to 4 players take on.
I like that shot right there because it's like, okay, I get roughly the size of this box. It's not a small box, but it's not a large box. Good deal.
Heropolis is a funny yet strategic building and adventure game in which 2 to 4 players take on the role of heroes and win the favor of the citizens with their heroic deeds. The ultimate immersive board game full of surprises. Playing time approximately 50 to 90 minutes. Build up a brand new metropolis, revive long forgotten districts, and make the Heropolis news buzz with your headlines. Team up to protect the townspeople from bizarre villains like Rocktopus and Crocodealer, or escape with the latest high wheels. On the rondel mechanic, every choice matters. Beginners jump right in, while experts plan their next moves several turns ahead.
Okay.
Construct new buildings,
like you mentioned,
complete daring missions,
goes back to that ages 10 plus.
Photos, and take down villains to earn precious stars. Your city's measure of fame and success. At the end of the day, only one can claim the title Hero of the Day.
Personal touch a little bit. Oh, a lot of it.
Gamefound campaign.
After almost 6 years
games
of
in the backdrop that we play,
we're finally ready to proudly
6 years,
present
nice.
to you Heropolis, the board game.
A game that combines character-driven gameplay with immersive city building.
So if you enjoy a strategic 4X-inspired experience in a
Whoa!
fun and friendly world,
Wait.
but without stepping into a full-on war game, but still keeping it competitive,
I would have that term up there.
And full of surprises,
then Heropolis is exactly the right game for you. Thank you for supporting us on Gamefound. Grazie, merci, danke schön, auf Wiedersehen.
Bye-bye.
I like the kind of jig a lot. I'm gonna go third point grade bump up. I felt like that was great. I thought that video, it makes me want the game. It makes me want to know more about the game. Rondel 4X. Family friendly, ages 10 plus, like Gateway-esque, but with deeper choices potentially. And inevitably, there's probably going to be an expansion. They need $3,000. They got $1,800. Looks like they're definitely probably going to hit that since this thing just launched hours ago. Awesome. I would say, I would mention 4X. I would mention Rondel. I would see why my phone is beeping, just in case it's super important. It's not. I don't need to nominate a teacher. I should. It's my degree, but I will not. I will talk more about Heropolis. So is this the first one, I'm assuming? They've been working 6 years, I'm guessing it. Okay, cool. Thank you for being here. We're Michelle and Matthew. I don't know. The founders of Spiel Praxis and the creative minds behind the things with stuff. We got the things. Okay, cool. All right. 2 to 4, 60 minutes, ages 10 plus, Slake box, $69. Xmas Winter Special. Okay, $69, not a bad price at all. Especially 3D components, 4X, Rondel. I'm there. And as I was looking at it, I was really thinking about how much I think my kids would enjoy the artwork and the characters and like these mechanisms that look very complex, I would imagine, to them, but probably are not going to be nearly as good. Yeah, okay, so we got there. We're going to put them out here. Let's check it out. Polyomino stuff, maybe. Welcome to the City of Everyday Heroes, from clever IT nerds to bold stuff things. New to Gamefound. Why Heropolis? Heroic features stunning 3D fold city, compact, stable, wow factor guaranteed. Okay. Rondel mechanic, clever turns and low downtime. Now, I will say, I feel like inevitably some people are going to want a deluxe version of this game. So that's something that if you don't have, hopefully they do look into, like talk to your manufacturers, like, hey, what would it cost to do this? And potentially even making that a stretch goal. I feel like that if they don't have that, that's something that I would potentially, because in my mind, there's a certain number. It's like, all right, we can make a 500 print run of this if we do the wood to that and the shipping. But I'm rooting for them. Gameplay in 60 seconds. This is what we lead off with. Okay, cool. That's 70 seconds.
Is a funny yet immersive board game full of flair or escape with the latest.
Okay, so that's just. So I wouldn't. Okay, well, let's get to the price. I want to get to the price because that's literally just something I already watched. All right, boom. And once again, I can't complain because I can easily go over here and see the rewards. But I just like it when a story feels like it flows well. These are great graphics, by the way. These look very good. Open rules by clicking on the rule booklet. Beautiful. What's in the box? Rule booklet, hero radar, Rondel mechanic, clever turns, and low downtime. 36 news cards with the display for heroes. 12 districts. How can I get my own district? Oh, is that talking about like a potential special reward or something? Or was that, I don't know if that was just flavored text. Showing the components. And once again, the price feels reasonable. Because at the end of the day, this feels like something where you actually need the Kickstarter. You actually need the Gamefound. Like some projects are like, why are you here? You don't need this. I don't feel like that. But some people say that sort of stuff. I personally think it's nonsense. I think it's the smartest business decision you can make because you're not taking the risk. Because if you're new to the hobby, the story 25 years ago used to be, and I wasn't even there back then, but I talked to a bunch of people that were, was that you would just have people with thousands of games in their garage and hundreds of games in their garage. And that was what happened to these companies that go out of business. They would be like, I think this is going to be a hit. And then when it wasn't a hit, boom, done. You're done. But with Kickstarter, it's like, if it wasn't a hit, yeah, your reputation takes a ding, but then you have the money, you made the games, and you're actually going to be able to probably make some extra money, or in theory, if you did it well. So we have the core game. Okay. So I don't feel like you sold me this one well. What's special about it? The Xmas set. Oh, yeah. So this is what I was talking about. you show me the same video twice, you know, because that was just spliced out of your main video. You show some cool graphics and stuff, but you're not even selling me on this, which is what you're really trying to get me here, because this is the expansion, right? I said that. Oh, and hopefully there's expansions. So this one has snow-covered houses, frosted factory, and mischievous snowman villains. Yeah, and I just you're going to spring this on me? I don't feel like that's good play. And you're saying this is supposed to be the featured pledge. It doesn't feel like the featured pledge because you didn't spotlight this cool festive expansion at all. Have you? Like, I feel like that was a big misplay. And honestly, that could have been as simple as just like an extra few seconds there at the end of the video. Like you talk a little bit faster, add a couple seconds, splice a couple things up and say, and be sure to check out the Christmas or the Xmas winter special with mischievous villains and the evil snowman, right? And you show it up or something like that. Because that, once again, is going to really appeal to me having kids especially, or not having kids, just someone who loves holiday-themed expansions, right? I feel like we all really wanted that Halloween King of Tokyo expansion to be a banger. And yet, we just skip those cards and keep the dice. Admit it. Admit it. Do you do it too? So an extra hero, Hacker of Hearts. Okay. Nito. Is this like, oh, I bet this is one of those ones where you had to be following it or something? If that's the case, I don't feel like it's going great. I don't know. It doesn't feel great. $8.89 feels like a lot for whatever this is. But whatever. So $50. Wow, that's not bad. Oh, this is the add-on. So $57. So we got 12 people here, 14. Yeah, so once again, the fact that you're only asking for an extra $12, that is not a lot for an expansion, and yet you still had 12 people just get here. That shows me that you really did a very poor job of selling that. And granted, this is a very low sample size right now, but and it's probably going to go skew way more this way. But spotlight that way better, because I don't feel like you did it at all. Why back now? Stuff, things. Welcome to this. Yeah, theme. I want some quotes. I want a gameplay video. I do have a rule booklet here. That's excellent. Let's check it out. I always like to look at the back page. I feel like that tells you so much about a rule booklet and the people who write the rule booklet. Like, the back page should always be functional. Or advertising. If it's advertising, I get it, but it should be functional. So here's a preview. Great. I get some quotes out of this. Get some quotes, translate it. Because right now, these videos are useless to anyone who doesn't speak German, right? They don't have to be useless. You just have to do the legwork, which isn't even, it's not even a lot of legwork. Like, you can literally go get the transcript of this very easily on YouTube right now. There's like a button that you can do it. It's super simple. Maybe that's, I don't know, that might actually be because I have special tabs. Well, you can still get transcripts. It's pretty simple and free. And you could translate this stuff, right? Or you could do it the old-fashioned way and just listen to it. I suppose that would be easier too. All right, secure purchase, Swiss quality and precision approved. Cool. All shipping prices are estimates, but they're great. They're here. So 18 French. I'd convert that. So we're looking at now $89. I imagine French is a little bit less than our money. Who knows? They probably do. And actually, most of the world probably does. Just so it's still, once again, feels very reasonably priced. Because this honestly feels like a game that if there was only ever one print run in the existence of the world, would you be shocked? There's a lot of games like that. Like, that's not a knock in any way, shape, or form. That is the majority of board games are released. Get one print run and boom, they're done. So this looks like one that could definitely be a little hidden gem. I'd like to know a little bit more about it. But they gave you all the information if you wanted to, right? I feel like a full gameplay would have been nice. But they got previews. They got stuff. I feel like they did overall very nice job for first time. And it looks like they're definitely cruising towards success. Hopefully this video can help in some small way as well. Because if it looks like it might be a cup of tea, be sure to check out that Gamefound link down below. Yeah, I don't feel like that Christmas thing was sold at all. Like, I want to go back. Like, I really want to try and find it. Like, because I want to know... Okay, I want to know what the snowman does. Because we didn't mention it all up to here. This is the stuff that's in the game. Yep. Then we got here, and then boom, this is the pledge, but the extra stuff. So she's like, oh yeah, by the way, go buy it. Why should I buy it? Well, here, I'll tell you about it. No. Most of the time, the organization's bad because where they tell you about it is right here, but instead they're like, no, we're just not going to tell you about it at all. Did they tell us about it all? So you just, wow. I mean, I get it. Big companies take it for granted that you don't need to know that much about your expansions. What I mean by that is they routinely have like 5, 6, 7 expansions, ridiculous amounts of expansions, launching with games during the first print run, and you don't even get to know about all the information in those expansions. And if you're outside the board game world, that sounds ridiculous, but it's very much in the norm. But if you are a first-time publisher doing that, that's not a good look. And it's just, yeah, like, I don't feel like... And it's showcasing here, right? And what should have been a slam dunk, no-brainer, 12 extra bucks if I get this cool snowman guy is not. Because it's just, it doesn't even, like, there's not even a product description here, is there? Like, what? Like, is there any way? Plus the winter special with is it just snow-covered houses? Oh, so it's more boxes. But the snow villains. That's the question. Are the snow villains actual cards? Like, because right now, this sounds like it's extra gameplay. If this is literally just a skin, then that's a different thing, which is disappointing. But you're really not clearly explaining what that is at all. And that feels really disappointing. Oh, wait, is there? No, it's just like... Yeah, I would just have more information because I think it is extra content, but it's not 100%. That's a full... I feel like that's a 2/3 of a point grade bump down right there. And I hate to be that harsh, but like you're only selling one thing really, and it's this game with the expansion, and you didn't sell the expansion that well at all. The sprawling studio is the thing, the stuff, positive, cool. I know we can find out today. I really hope the print and play looks amazing. Keep up the good work. Nothing here that I'm going to be able to see. Just saw the video. Looks great. Personally, I'm missing a solo mode. Is there anything planned? Thank you so much for the compliment. We don't have a solo mode. It would be too much work and too expensive for us to also include solo mode. Sorry for that. We hope that's a really crummy answer. Like, it would be too much work. So first and foremost, if this were to say hit $100,000, would it still be too much work? And I know you're like, well, they're nowhere near 100,000. Yeah, but we see Kickstarters at $100,000 all the time. I tell you, this has 4X. It's a 4X game. It's got 3D components. It's got a rondel. It's 50 to 90 minutes, and you could play it almost like a gateway game. It's probably not like straight up gateway, but like that next step, I'm going to assume, you know, like that small world to your ticket to ride, sort of like that next step up. At least that's the vibe that I'm getting here. And it's just, and it's expensive. How's it expensive? Like you look at the game and you say to yourself, all right, and you can the easiest way to do it is probably just play 2 players and be like, all right, how could we make this into some sort of experience where we're working together? And I have to imagine that if you read through the rules, because I don't imagine they're going to be very long rules. 16 pages. Wow, these are really, okay. Love the back of this rule booklet, by the way. This rule booklet's getting a 1/3 of a point grade bump up for the cut of its jig, honestly. I've just been saying cut of the jig a lot. That looks like a great functional rule booklet that a lot in time and effort and thought, and hopefully blind playtesting has been put into it. But once again, by showcasing that, you will get people who will give you those things, and they will reach out to you. And honestly, Matt, use your head. This is an opportunity for you to bring in your audience and say, you know what? We're not really solo gamers. However, we would be very open to working with someone if anyone were interested in like potentially working on a solo mode, or potentially even providing us with the basic outlines of how you think a solo mode would work with the rules presented, because we're definitely not against it, and we'd love to throw it in there potentially, because yeah, that was one thing we had a lot of discussions about, because we know a lot of people, you know, we knew this question was coming up, solo mode, and it's not in our wheelhouse, and we didn't want to design something that was subpar, but you know, with some definite guidance, I think, you know, we could absolutely, like, it's just, and even if you apply the limitations of, like, also remember, we're not potentially hoping to raise the cost of the shipping on the game, right? Like, we don't want to add to the game right now, which is then where you would have stretch goals potentially that would actually be legitimate stretch goals. Like, oh yeah, we have a solo mode that we're helping design with the community right now that you know, like, that's a cool thing. Like that sounds neat when I say it out loud. And yeah, most of the community is not going to be that freaking nerdy, but board game geeks will, right? Especially if they love the cut of your jig. That's the exactly is misspelled there. I'd fix that one. I don't really care about misspellings, but if it's one of your main images, you know, different story. But yeah, either way, I still really dig a lot of what's going on in this project. Final grade. Do I want it? Yes, I do. Not only do I want this game, yeah, I do. I do. I want to play with my family. And I like the cut of their jig so much. I will say, though, I don't... And they give you enough information to decide if it's going to be for you. I was trying to think of a negative there. I really don't think I really have a major one. Yeah, so do I want it? Yeah, I'll go there. The video I thought did a solid job. Selling that Xmas Winter Special, that should have been like candy from a baby. It's only $12 extra, but that completely bag-fumbled that, which is unfortunate. And still, most people are probably going to back that one because that's just how people shop. But there's the amount of effort that you had to provide to sell that, you somehow did not clear that bar, and it just feels like such a big oversight. So can you do it? Yeah, this is your first one, and you clearly have put a lot of thought, time, effort into this. Can you do it? Yeah, I'm not worried about it because at the end of the day, it doesn't look like a terribly expensive game to manufacture, right? Like, it's cards, it's boards, it's standees. The 3D pieces are like foldable stuff. Like, there's nothing here. And that's also what, you know, a super disappointment here. I will say this feels incredibly disappointing. I'm going to go a third of a point grade bump down, honestly, for the no stretch goals. And I'm not the kind of person who would typically do this, but this game feels very undeluxified, and you could easily just be like, hey, it's like the quality of the cards. We're going to go from 300 GSM to 350 GSM, which shouldn't interfere with your shuffling, but it will make the cards more durable, so they will be longer lasting. Like, stuff like that. Like, we're going to get some matte finish on these standees. Like, oh, we got this, and like, potentially, like, we've even talked to the manufacturer, like, here would be the cost to go from acrylics to standees, or like, there's all sorts of things. Like, you just have to reach a manufacturer and be like, how much would it cost for the print run we're doing to do X, Y, and Z? And the decision not to do that, I feel like, is very disappointing. Because it definitely feels like this could easily be deluxified. And potentially even beef up that expansion, right? Like, you could have stretch goals that are holiday ones. Like, tell me people don't want more holiday buildings, right? Like, it feels like a missed opportunity. And it doesn't have to. Like, I know it feels like it's a big one, but you just literally have to reach out to your manufacturer. And yeah, it might take a while, especially this time of the year. I work for a manufacturer to be like, hey, how much would it cost to get these additional upgrades? Because at the end of the day, it's not hard for them to get the information, right? It's like, all that's in the system. But yeah. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yeah, I'll give you the nod. I'm not, it's like, it looks like this is their passion project and the first of many, hopefully. Boom. And once again, that video did such a good job. It's just this, there's so many things, little things. And how much is it? Fine. It doesn't feel like a great price at all, but you also have to factor in they're probably doing a significantly smaller print run, like 500, 1,000, 1,500, most likely, right? Which means your price is going to go up. Plus, they are doing the expansion, so there's a little bit extra there. But at the end of the day, it still feels like a small-time publisher, right? So it's like, yeah, the price feels fine. There might be only one print run of this ever, so if you really enjoy the game, then that's a cool little gem. So final grade is a solid one. I'm going to go with a B+. B. I'm going to go with a B. I definitely feel like there could have been a little bit more just kind of shotgunning all that awesome information to me. Like the 4X Rondell, I feel like those buzzwords would be great on the Rondell. Like, but on the front, right? Like, catch my eye. Because you do catch me with the 3D pieces. So I see 3D pieces. And then show me the winter, the winter box expansion. Like, throw that in there. I want to go back to this main image because there's a lot less stuff to see on Gamefound. At least if you're just looking through here. Yeah, so I feel like it's a solid one. But, like, I definitely feel like there's some wasted space here. We could do a lot of really cool stuff here. I'm excited to see this one succeed. I'm actually going to be checking this one out in 30 days. Just out of personal curiosity. I hope this one does well. Looks very cool. I'm going to go with a B. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Heropolis, Hero of the Day. Quick show note. No show tomorrow, but I do believe that we'll have a show on Thursday and Friday. And just one more quick show note: if you are a diehard fan of the channel, then you know there's some really cool, amazingly neat stuff going on behind the scenes at Bauer's Game Corner, where I am essentially climbing a ladder to a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that could completely change me and my family's life and make me a little bit of a quote-unquote celebrity. So just to catch you up on that, it's still going great. It honestly, I had something yesterday where I talked with someone for an hour, and it went way too great. Like, there's so many things in my life that don't go great. So when things go too great, I get like super nervous, like, oh, how can I screw this up? But right now it feels like it's going very good. Knock on wood. If you're a prayer or anything like that, keep me and my family in your prayers, because I don't know about prayers, because I feel like prayer. I don't need prayers like luck. Can you pray for luck? Do people pray for luck? I don't know. Bye. It's going good though, if you care.